going to show you how to make a Star Wars card, the cut image style, and how to slice it. And this can be used for birthdays, Father's Day, birthday parties, you name it. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with clicking on shapes and then squares, and you unlock it. We're going to change the dimensions to 10 by 7. And let's change this to white. And then we want to add the score line. We'll scoot this up a little bit and we'll slide this over. And you drag it down. And then you want to highlight it and make sure it's centered. So you go to a line and then center. Then we want to click it again and hit group and attach. So now the card is ready. Then what I like to do is if you click on images and you select Cricut Access and free, you scroll down, and I like to use these. What I love about these is it automatically puts a cut into the card, so you can put the colored cardstock behind your image that's cut out, and I just love this. Okay, so we're just going to set this to the side for now. And I found this image online, and I'm going to get this all sliced up so we can cut this out. And let me show you how I did that. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is have all these letters separated. We're going to do that, and then also where the images have like for example the B, how they have the 2 holes, you're going to have to connect that hole and like make a line to go out so that when you cut this, you are able to see that it's a B and it's just not the big hole, big gap. Okay, so we're going to create a square, and let me scroll down just a little bit. You know what? Let me make this. Well, we'll leave this as is. Okay, so we're going to unlock it. And we're going to just make any kind of size that you think will work. It's just kind of trial and error. I am going to do this. So what you see, if you see here, you want to connect where that hole is, and put like a slice there so that you're able to tell that that's a B when you cut it. And okay, so then what we would do is we would select this and hit slice and pull this out. And delete this. Okay, and then you'll have to do the same here. So, whoops, I didn't mean to hit images. Hit shape. Okay, and we'll put this one here. Select it, and you can only do one at a time. You can't put like a shape here and a shape here and then do it. So, okay, so the B is correct. Okay, and then we have to separate these. So, do a shape. And select, slice. Okay, so that's done. And now we need to do that for the S and the T. I keep hitting images. Okay, so shape. Okay, and First, let's get rid of that little thing. Okay. Slice. And then you repeat. And let's see. And you highlight, slice. Okay, so now those are separated, and those are fine because they don't have any, you know, if it prints like that, it doesn't, you just, those you don't need to do. Okay, so then we would do dad, we would do, actually the D, the A, and the D. These are fine, and then we would separate these and do the A, 2 A's. So, excuse me. Also, since I already have that done, I'm going to continue on. But with these two, I had to do the same thing. I did shape, and I did for here, I did like a little cut from here. And actually I did it thinner. Let's see if I can, let's do it a little thinner. Okay. I did this, and you do slice. Okay. And then here, I did a little slice from here, from I guess this one to that one, because it's all trial and error. But when I printed it, without doing like a little slit there, it just looked like it needed it. Okay, so then let me show you here. Let's say all the photos I dragged and I arranged it to how I wanted. I would unlock this, slide it over, and then just stretch this however you feel. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever you think looks good. But what you'll want to look for is to make sure that it does cover the images and the text. Okay, so let's go ahead and print this. And let me go ahead and put this back to, it was a 10 by 7. And we are also going to print 2, let me see real quick. I thought I had this on here. Yep, here it is. Okay. So let me go to this one too. I'm printing 2, but really I just need 1 of, this is the black cardstock that is going to go on the opposite side of the image. And it's just, again, it's trial and error for the measurements. Once you get the measurements for your card, you can just save it as a template and keep that. And then on the inside of the card, we have, here is this is the outside. So when you flip it over on the inside, I put this, and I just did a template, but we're not going to attach it to the template because we're actually using the card. But I put this just so you could kind of gauge where everything needs to be. And what I did is I just uploaded this image, which I will show you. It's this image I uploaded. And you'll want to unlock it. And then I changed it to pen. And so then you need to ungroup it. And you click what color you want that to be. Like I picked green for this. And it goes in sections. So here I did brown. And then here I did green. and so on, okay, for that. Then for the verbiage, I did writing is hard was the text font that I did, and I got that from cutesvg.com, and it was free. And the font that I use is Writing is Hard, and I got that for free on defont.com. And let's just say I wrote happy. I'm trying not to make the video super long, but I just want to show you how to do it. So I did Writing is Hard, okay. And then you take it, because it's as a cut, you'll change it to pen. And then you can pick your color, which I did black. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how it's going to look. And keep in mind that you're just using this as a template. You're not actually attaching this to this, because you are making the card and you're just going to flip the card over and attach it to that. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay, so I added white cardstock to the mat, and when I'm cutting, I like to go ahead and use the scraper just to make sure that it's really applied so it doesn't slide back and forth. And then we're going to hit Make It and continue. And I'm going to click on cardstock for intricate cuts. And then I'm going to need the scoring tool, which I like to write scoring on it so I know it's the number 1. And the scoring tool is what puts the crease in the card, so you're able to fold it. And we'll go ahead and hit perfect. And then after this, it's going to have us switch tools, and it's going to have us do the fine point, which again, I like to write on my tools. Okay. And you have to be careful how you put it in. I put it in before kind of like this a little bit, and like I thought it was down and it wasn't. And it goes through the movements, and you wait, and then at the end you're like, oh no, it didn't cut. So I always just want to make sure it's all the way in there. Okay, then we're going to click and get started on the cutting. Okay, so this just finished cutting, and I'm going to take this off. And remember, you want to turn the mat upside down and just kind of pull it off slowly so it doesn't rip. You do want to try to have as many letters and images on here. So this, I need to go ahead and weed some of it that didn't, come out. But before I do that, I'm going to, I want to go ahead and do the verbiage first, because then I can do this. Because it's just less that could get caught. So I'm going to clean this real quick, and we're going to do the verbiage, and then we'll come back. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, just to show you, I got a little mark that's right here, which will probably be covered up, but it's because I got marker on my mat and I never wiped it up. So just to let you guys know, when you're doing yours, just kind of be careful, because it will get on your paper. So I'm going to clean that up real quick, and then and we're going to go to the next step. Okay, so I just put the card on the mat, and you'll want to just kind of take a scraper and just rub it down carefully, just to make sure that it sticks and it won't slide. And then remember, we want to put the verbiage on the right side of the card. So I'm going to show you here on the top, it says 1 through 10. We are going to put the card verbiage from 5 to 10, so somewhere here, okay? And then I'm going to show you how I do that.
Okay, so here is the verbiage we want on the card. And remember, I had said that the card where we're going to put the verbiage is between 5 and 10. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it to center it. And we know that the length of the card is 7. So I'm just going to kind of put it somewhere in the middle that I think looks like it would be right in the center. And then we're going to go ahead and load up the mat.
I'm going to click on card with intricate cuts again, and we're going to load the mat, and then it says on the screen to load green first, and I'm using Crayola. I love Crayola, and what you'll need to do is just kind of put it down there and eyeball it, because like with the Cricut markers, it'll make that clicking sound, and you'll know that that's where you stop. With the Crayola, you just kind of have to play with it and get, you know, where you think it needs to go, but I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit Cricut. And just in case you've never used pen before, marker, they call it pen, but marker before, I love it. You can see that it's just drawing everything that I selected to be green. And then I'll do that as well. And keep in mind that mark that's above Yoda's head is my error, because my mat was dirty, so. Okay, now it's asking me to change the color to black. I'm going to take the black marker. And that's doing the lettering. And I really like this font because it writes so legibly with the marker. I had tried to do a Star Wars font, but because it's double layer, it just kind of looked like a big blob, which would still have worked if I had stretched out the verbiage so it wasn't so close to each other, if you're interested in doing that. But I like this, it was just simple, and I think it looks nice. Okay, and now it wants us to change it to brown. Okay. Okay, so now it's done with the marker. Put the lid on. Okay. And you're just going to be a little careful just because, just in case the ink's not dry. Okay. Let's turn this off. And, okay. So I'm just going to be a little careful so I don't smudge it. Okay. And then, let's move this. This will go back down. Okay. So, let me just make sure. Okay. I am going to continue weeding just the rest that needs to be there. And then we'll go to the next step. Okay. And then remember we had the score line here. So I folded it. Okay. And then this, you'll need to print the card that goes in the color that goes inside. So it's going to look like this. And now you can see where like the B looks really nice, and you can see you know that the whole design instead of it just being like an empty B. So let me kind of see where, I think I'm gonna need to cut this a little bit. Let's see what it looks like just with what I had. Okay, so it's a little bit, let's cut it a little bit. Once you figure out, like if you do a lot of 5x7s or you know, whatever you do, once you figure out what the dimension is, then you can just, it's so much easier, just stick to it. Okay, so let's cut this a little bit down here. One second. Okay, so now this is the inside, and there is the card, and I think it looks really cute. I think it looks really nice, and I did the 5x7, so I can just use any plain white or iColor 5x7 envelope. So I hope you liked it. Let me know if you've ever done this before, or if you have any tips, or if you like this video, or any comment you want to share with me, or if you do any video, if you do any cards, and you want to show them to me, I would love to see them. Thanks for watching.